lisTOMania. Think let's see it grow like a ride, oh. Not easily offended, not let it go. From a mess to the masses, lisTOMania.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's lisTOMania, which is going to be my top 10 films of 2010. A lot of honorable mentions to get to, 10 of them, so let me just roll those out for you right now. In no particular order, Rabbit Hole. Gotta have a family grieving drama of the year, and that's Rabbit Hole. Hot Tub Time Machine, hilarious 80s homage, loved it. How to Train Your Dragon and Despicable Me, basically hilarious animated family fun. Greenberg, funny with possibly Ben Stiller's career best performance. I Love You, Philip Morris, an amazing performance from Jim Carrey and a very good performance from Ewan McGregor, who I'm normally not a fan of. Kids Are All Right, 3 awesome core performances in a very odd family crisis film. Kick-Ass, very funny, very brutal. Great combo. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, awesome video game fantasy. Really loved it. And Shutter Island, great genre film from Martin Scorsese. Those are the honorable mentions. Let's move on to the top 10. Coming in at number 10 on the list is Get Him to the Greek. It was between this and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Having seen way too many top 10s on YouTube, look them up frequently, they all seem to have Scott Pilgrim, and it's because their main reason really is that Scott Pilgrim made them laugh the most. And they loved the style, and it made them laugh, and you know what? I love the style, I love the video game feel of the film. But the film that made me laugh the most, between Jonah Hill, Russell Brand, even P. Diddy, who I'm not a fan of at all, and especially Rose Byrne as Jackie Q, and the awesome soundtrack in this film with all the made-up songs. Best, funniest, raunchy comedy of the year. My number 9 film is the film I put off this list for, and that's 127 Hours. I'm glad that I did, because Danny Boyle directs a very stylish film about a man who's literally trapped between a rock and a hard place. James Franco carries this film on his back and gives an incredible performance. Honestly, the amputation scene isn't really all it's cracked up to be. It's not that bad, folks. Go out and check this film out. I mean, I don't know why people aren't seeing this film, but you gotta check it out. The amputation scene's not all that bad. And then there's one particular awesome scene, in my opinion, is one where Aaron, played by James Franco, interviews himself. You know. So you gotta check this film out. It's definitely worth it. Coming in at number 8 is Black Swan. Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis give amazing performances in Darren Aronofsky's psychological thriller about Portman's Nina, who's given the lead role in the ballet Swan Lake, and all the pressure that goes along with this really crushes her. Can't really stand ballet, but this film is genius. You gotta see it. Coming in at number 7 is True Grit. Joel and Ethan Coen direct what might just be their most accessible, audience-friendly film. And it's very good. Still has some of this Joel and Ethan Coen classic dialogue with classic idiots in the film. You gotta check this one out. A lot of people have been. It's probably their highest grossing film that they've ever done. Haley Steinfeld is fantastic in her lead performance as Maddie Ross. Yes, her lead performance when she's going to get nominated for supporting. Whatever. Jeff Bridges, Matt Damon, Josh Brolin, Barry Pepper is really good in this. They're all really great supporters. Check this Western out. It's probably the best since 3:10 to Yuma in 2007. Coming in at number 6 is The Crazies, my favorite theater experience of the year. It holds up on rewatches for me at home. Timothy Olyphant is so charismatic, and he really is criminally underrated. Give him some more roles, people. Alright, some people may think this is your typical disease zombie flick, but you know what? Not to me. This film's a great blend of scary and funny. The ending is hilarious. Check this out if you haven't. Number 5 is The Town. Yeah, Ben Affleck is becoming a really good director with Gone Baby Gone. Now I enjoyed this more than Gone Baby Gone, even though Gone Baby Gone might be a technically better film with a better screenplay. Other than Good Will Hunting and Chasing Amy, I never really liked his acting, but he is, I'm going to go ahead and say it, Oscar-worthy in this role. He's not going to get nominated, but he's very good. Supporting players John Hamm and Jeremy Renner are great as well. Rebecca Hall is a little less than she normally is here. She's not really all that great. But Blake Lively, surprisingly, really, really good. Check this one out. Coming in at number 4 is a film that all of you probably know really well, Inception. There's really no need to talk much about this. Everybody knows everything about it. Christopher Nolan, my favorite working director. He does it again. What can you say? Terrific cast, great effects, his most ambitious film to date, probably. Really awesome stuff. I mean, if you haven't checked it out, I don't know what's wrong with you, but go ahead and do so. My number 3 film of the year is Toy Story 3. I mean, really, it's on every list for a reason. It's freaking genius. It's driven by sentimentality for me. I was 7 when the first one came out, so I grew up with these toys. So, little spoiler here. Skip the video if you don't want to hear it, if you haven't seen the film. But they left on a perfect note. I'm 22 years old now. I feel like I gave my toys away. So, great film. Check it out. It made me cry. My number 2 film of the year is The Social Network, which is the film of the year. It really defines this year in our cyber age. Every performance in the film is fantastic, especially Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg. My favorite lead performance of the year as the Facebook creator, Mark Zuckerberg. Even though the performances are terrific, it's overshadowed by the best screenplay of this year, maybe last year, maybe the decade, the last 10 years, whatever. Awesome screenplay. There's wit, there's sharp dialogue in this film, tense dialogue. It's a really great film, and David Fincher's best film to date. And finally, the number 1 film of the year is The Fighter. My first bold statement is going to be that this is the best sports movie since Raging Bull. Period. Okay, Mark Wahlberg has done a lot of fighting off the screen to get this film made, and Jesus Christ is he a brilliant man for doing it. Christian Bale is just sensational as his brother Dickie, crack addict. This is a true story, and what a true story it is. I mean, Christian Bale is going to win Best Supporting Actor. And I really hope Amy Adams wins Best Supporting Actress. She's tough, she's sexy. Usually you think Amy Adams as this cute, fragile girl. Nuh-uh, she's a tough-ass bitch in this one. I love this film. It's like a mix between, like, Jerry Springer Show and Rocky. I mean, it's so fucking entertaining, and it's the best film of the year. Check it out. That's my list. Rate, comment, whatever. Post your fucking top 10. I want to see what you guys think.